All right, Dog Pound, what it do? We just won versus the Giants. Um, man, I mean, it wasn't a boring game. It wasn't super fun game. It didn't go out like I predicted, which I'm great. I'm happy about because I mean, I wouldn't want to see us going down anyway. It looked like we really held up on the defensive end, gave up a few field goals, but that's pretty much it. Bad news is that one, we lost Chris Hubbard. Um, that was crazy, you know what I mean? But good big shout outs to Nick Harris, the rookie, to go in there and fill in and not do any rookie stuff. I feel like he did a pretty great job filling in for that role. You hope that Chris Hubbard gets healthy soon. And then we lost Big Shell too, man. You hate to see those type of things, man, where it's like your guys go out, in the game and shit like that. It's just like you just don't want to see it, especially Shell being one of them. So it's like it's starting to stack up on us because he's a part of the defensive line and he's a big part of as far as like getting things going. I will say this, lad, like what's his name, Greg Thomas, the one that the Giants picked up fourth. I mean, he was really doing his thing against Miles, man. He had Miles working hard as hell, and he didn't even really get sacks like that to the end. And it was like, at that point, you was just like, he just trying to get his stat sheet on that one. He trying to make sure that he still in the line or the running. He like, I gotta get my sack. I don't give a damn what type of game at part of the game this is. If you call it a blowout or whatever have you, I'm getting my sack. And you know what? Go ahead and get yours, dog. For real. Um, yeah, man. I mean, that's really pretty much it. I mean, I'm very impressed with Nick Harris. But the rookies, it's like we always leave it to Jed and leave it to Harris and Bryant to make some of these rookie mistakes. It's crazy, like. But that it wasn't big enough where we blowed anything or anything like that. Like, all right, Jed had like a penalty, and then I was like, all right, well, Jed didn't happen. Here come Harrison Bryant, because it's like them two. It's like either one make a mistake, the other one can follow along with it. It's like some type of rookie connection between those two. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I know I'm not making it up because I mean it's literally what I thought, but. Uh, Yeah, I mean Colt McCoy. I felt bad for Colt McCoy, man. It's like I feel bad for those type of players. It's like you get drafted by Cleveland. It's like we almost like ruin them. Not that we ruin them because I mean look at Baker. Like we could have ruined Baker, but he's still thriving. But no, as far as Colt McCoy, I just feel like we kind of ruined him. Like when you get drafted to Cleveland, it's really hard. It's as a quarterback, it's hard for you to bounce back. I mean, Derek Anderson, he went to Carolina, but he was a backup for most of the time. Brandon Whedon, he went to the Cowboys, and then it wasn't nothing, and then it was just like, so yeah. I mean, to see him playing, I mean, I'm happy for him. He kind of showed you why he was Colt McCoy, and times at times it was like, all right, good mobility, great ball placement, things like that. But it just wasn't enough against us, I believe. So, um, the taunting and the penalties and stuff. I mean, Jarvis. I feel like Jarvis didn't start that one, but you know, I don't know. I don't think he started it, but it do make you wonder though. It's like you're not on the field, so you really don't know what happened or whatever like that. But I mean, I guess we're winning. I'm so sorry. I guess we're winning. So, um, it really. I mean, you don't want to see it, but I guess we're winning. So that's that's the only thing I can say. That's the only thing I can say is that we're winning. So it really doesn't matter too much. But nonetheless, I mean, all our guys, they look at. This is the thing, though. I will say that it's looking like a pack of, like, we looking like a dog pound on the field. You know what I'm saying? They looking like brothers. They looking like they really fighting for each other. They playing for each other. They get hyped up for each other. They got each other's backs. That's awesome, man. I enjoy that aspect of it. Between Tay Davis and Malcolm Smith, and I mean everybody really like it was just like it was a couple instances where it just it got a little feisty in there, but it was like why it was like all right because I got my dudes back. Like that's just that, and yeah, man. I mean that's encouraging to see going forward. It's like you know, are we playing for the guy next to us? And I mean, they are. I'm not saying that that was ever a question, but you see things like that. It's like they starting to go through things where it's like the adversity, the battle testing, starting to make them come together more. And like I said, just it's encouraging to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. Because then at that point you have built a culture. I feel like you have built like for real, like we the dogs. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all look out for each other. We a pack. It's wolves and shit. But dogs though, because we ain't gonna start confusing folks. You know what I'm saying? Trying to call us the wolf pack and shit. Coming out with red and white NWO shirts and shit. So we ain't gonna do any of that. Or I said red and white, but red and black NWO shirts. Wolfpack is back. But yeah, no man, okay, yeah, I wanted to say one more thing too. The thing is that what I've noticed, at least Kevin Stefanski is our coach, and all he needs is more time. It's like the losses that he lost that he has for this season. I mean, he lost against tenured coaches. I'm talking about like OGs in the game. You talk about John Harbaugh 2 times, OG in the game, been in his position for 10, 12 years plus, OG in the game, Super Bowl champ. Mike Tomlin, OG in the game, 10, 12 years plus, maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? I'm only saying that shit to be safe, but at least 10 years plus, OG in the game. John Gruden, definitely over 10 years, 15 years in the game. OG status, got bling. All the coaches that Kevin Stefanski lost to, they all had bling. You know what I'm saying? They all were OGs, real good, credited, tenured coaches. Kev, any coach that's either in this same situation, rookie situation, or maybe 5 years and below, I mean, he's beating them. So that's a good thing to see is that he's already ahead of the curve. You give him enough time, he's gonna be one of those OG coaches too, where it's nothing's. He should be more prepared for anything at that point. So it's interesting to see what this team can evolve to. He's coached a good offensive game. A lot of play calls where it was just like, you know, just great calls. And like I said, the defense too. His defense held him down just to 6 points. It'd have been nice how they did look like it was gonna do a shutout, but hey, it's hard to get shutouts in the NFL. So yeah, I mean, this team could be something. I don't blame anybody for being on notice for the Browns, but I'm waiting. Muggs is talking about we going to the Super Bowl and all this stuff like that. Although I can't say that that's totally far fetched, but after last year, I'm just pumping the brakes on all of that shit. So that's just me though. I mean, if anybody else want to do that, like I'll be willing to hear it, but I'm just gonna me myself personally, I'm not doing that shit again because that no, I'm not letting nobody gas me up like that again. I'm not letting national media gas me up, talk all that craziness, not craziness, but talking all that where it's like got you super hype and then we embarrass ourselves later. They just want to set us up for the fall for real. I feel like, but I mean, maybe they really truly honestly believe that way, and I mean that's great. Like I said, I might be able to hear it, but I'm gonna definitely be the one that's gonna be quiet and be like, they gotta do it first. You know what I'm saying? They gotta definitely do it, and then once they do it, then then I'm gonna still be hezzy, but I'm gonna be watching and I'm gonna be excited. So the real uncensored Browns fan signing out, beating the New York Giants. Peace.